An eventful evening for Dulwich Hamlet and a well-deserved 3 points. What do you reckon?
Yeah, no, it was, we set the challenge before the game, and, we've had our little chat about December, can we go unbeaten today, and not many people would have had us down for 3 points, but I said to the boys I did. I thought, that's a game that we should win if we want to push out of the position that we're in, and yeah, I thought they dug in. I thought it was a great performance from the boys, great 3 points.
Jaden Clark, again, coming up clutch in a big game. Has he played his way back into form?
Oh, 100%. I think we said about it at training, the conversation we had again after the game last week in the Cup. Just honest conversation in terms of what he wants to be, where he wants to go. And we said, it's about putting that onto the pitch and making sure that people can see that you can do both sides of it. And again, I think you saw it still running right at the end to go and get the second goal, putting a shift in, showing that he can mix it as well. I challenged him. I said about, people often associate players like Jaden as being a 10 and a luxury. I said, look, we've got to get that away from you because, when people are looking at players to go into the Football League, they're not looking at luxury players, they're looking at 8s. And I believe Jaden's an 8, and I think he's shown that in his last couple of games.
And the Hamlet really showed some grit at the end of that first half in particular, because Chelmsford play some very, very attractive and well put together football, leading 1-0 and holding on to that 1-0 lead for such a long time. What do you put that down to?
Yeah, you know what? I think it was the selection today from my point of view. We went for the more athletic front three against their back line. We thought we could get joy, and I thought it paid off. The trade-off for that was, being a bit smaller at set pieces, so you're missing Mills, missing Vint, who wasn't in there. But again, we got extra bodies around the box and boys defending for their lives. So no, it was a resolute performance, which, is showing the other side of it, because people, maybe just associate, good football with us and being a soft touch. Hopefully people saw that's not the case today.
Absolutely, and do you have to touch on the unsavoury scenes towards the end of that game? What was your view on all of that?
Yeah, I was just saying, I didn't think it was an ill-tempered game at all. I thought it was the moment of madness that made everything boil over. But even when you look at the incident itself, it wasn't a bad one. It wasn't a horror tackle. It wasn't someone throwing a fist. It was a tackle, a foul given away by their left back near the halfway line, and then people grabbing shirts. It was handbags, to be honest. And then, what ensued after was schoolboy stuff, to be honest. I think it was a little bit embarrassing from both parties. A lot of people made it more than it was. Referee obviously has got to try and get his head around it, and what followed. But yeah, I didn't think it was an ill-tempered game. It definitely didn't deserve or warrant what happened afterwards, because people will talk about that. They won't talk about the good game of football that it was, and a good win for us.